Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 12 September 2024, Thursday night, 9 o'clock. Time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. I will be administering this sale from my Airbnb cabin or farmhouse near Tellico Plains, Tennessee, as we try to navigate around the hurricane remnants and have a weekend of riding. So, yeah. I hope we have good Wi-Fi as you're watching this. Before we get into the meat of the sale, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. They might go by a little quickly, so I'm also going to print them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description at the very top, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is entitled A Primer for Buyers. That one is a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. It goes into great detail explaining how we do things and why every Thursday night. So if you're new to this weekly sales event, please give that a look. It will make your purchase experience go much more smoothly and make it make sense. The second link pertains to you if you're interested in using this weekly sale to move along some of your own collection. It's called FAQs for Consignors, and that video explains how this madness all works from the consignor's perspective. And the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. And speaking of sharpening, there will be no next day sharpening this week because I'm on a motorcycle trip. Not to worry though, if you do buy a knife to be sharpened, it should ship within 3 weeks. And yeah, so that's that. Now also in that all-important video description below the 3 links, below the terms of the sale, you're going to see the reason y'all came tonight. That's the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps on the left and pricing on the right. Now in that pricing column, you'll generally see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video, and the price on the right as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. If you see the word sold in lieu of pricing for any given knife, or watch in this case, that means it has been bought and paid for by its new owner, so no need to send an "I'll take it" or a question even about anything marked sold, all caps, exclamation point. I think that's it for the preliminaries. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we've got just 3 leftovers from last week. Here's the first one. I'm actually a little shocked. None of my Lefty CRK fans didn't snatch this one up last week, but for someone who was patient, you're going to get a great deal. What we got here is a large Sebenza 31 plain, but it has gold hardware and a double lug. It's kind of a cool knife. I'll show you the birth card. Here you go. Left-handed, lefty alert, left-handed, Magna Cut blade, gold hardware, double lug, born December 6th of last year. And here it is. I almost grabbed it with the wrong hand. Even though I am a lefty, I'm so used to doing things right-handed on these sale videos. Here it is, boys. So yeah, and I don't know, I chime in on social media from time to time about the 31. Very few of them feel as good as a 21 in operation. It's a stop pin thing. It's a manufacturing process thing. But every now and then you get a 31 that's like butter. This would be it. Magna Cut blade, 3 5/8 inches in length. Titanium handle, 4 13/16. You got the canted 31 clip. Gold lanyard post. Gold bushing for the rear body screw. And the double gold thumb lugs. Looks like old school sandblast finish. The thing is virtually unmarked. Lockup is right where you want it. You saw the action, free dropping, And the centering is Chris Reeve perfection. I'm going to call it near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock. If you found one with the gold hardware and the double lugs, it would be $530 web retail. We ran this one last week at $485, didn't sell, dropped it to $450 for the weekend. Somebody gets a buy, $420 this week, and $450 with my edge. The Chris Reeve large Sebenza 31 Lefty in Magna Cut. Next up, from Zach Brown's Southern Grind Knives, we got a bad monkey, the full-size monkey, the big one, the Alpha Chimp, Peel Play carbon fiber scales, the awesome Southern Grind hardware, the right-hand tip up shorty clip, an excellent pocket clip, by the way. Knife rides on phosphor bronze. The blade, Sandvik 14C28N, beautiful bitone finish, stonewash flats, grinder set and bevels and swedges. 4 1/16 inches of blade length, 5 3/16 handle. Titanium liner lock mechanism, locking up early and securely. No stick. Beautiful free blade. Centering, yeah, it's close. We'll call this near mint in box. Price of these brand new if you want to buy one that way. $240 web retail. We ran this last week at $185, dropped it to $170 for the weekend. This week, a pretty nice buy, guys. $155 like it is. $180 with my edge. That's the Southern Grind Bad Monkey in carbon fiber. Next up, in our last leftover from last week, we have one from the Claw. It is a Microtech. It is the model 190 Charlie-7 CFITI, the Anax single edge titanium handle. It is a modern folder from Microtech and kind of a right smart one, I must say. The little funny spot in the middle, that's the light playing with your eyes. It's actually got a little swell center thing going on. Integral titanium handle. Now in the box there are a couple lanyard options and they're metal. I think they're titanium. Nice carbon fiber inlay. Steel inserted titanium frame lock with a lock bar stabilizer. Milled titanium right hand tip up pocket clip with looks like a ceramic ball bearing for retention. You open it with the fuller, and it is on a ball bearing pivot. Can you front flip it? I bet you can. Some of you guys are probably already good at that. I'm not. There is your lock engagement. It's rock solid. The blade is M390, 3 11/16 inches in length. The handle 4 7/8. How is it in the hand? It's pretty doggone good. Can you sneak up on it? I think you can. There. How about that? So we got just a couple little rubs in the titanium, little fine scratches. Let's see if I can get one to glint. But it's near mint. Centering's perfect, by the way. Let's see, web retail for this model is $450. I believe I did find them in stock. We ran this last week at $340, didn't sell, dropped it to $310 for the weekend. It's still here. So let's do $290 like it is, $320 with my edge. That's the Microtech Anax. Next up, onto the fresh stuff this week. We're going to start it off with a couple budget offerings. First one from Vosteed. Let's see. I don't know if that's a model number. I don't think it is, because I think the model number is the VK32 NPMK2 Valkyrie Sheepsfoot. Kind of a nice slim profile knife, low profile flipper that works a lot better than that. There we go. You can also thumb it out. Great looking sheepsfoot blade in Nitro V. 3 5/16 inches in length. Kind of a tumbled DLC going on. There's your steel designation, Nitro V. Black canvas micarta scales on a button lock handle. Ball bearing pivot, yeah. There we go. Pocket clip, going to be tip up deep carry ambidextrous. Pretty cool little knife, must say. And what do we know about this thing? We'll say that the action, centering, and lockup are all perfect. Condition will be like new in the box. This black canvas micarta sheepsfoot model of the Valkyrie are out of stock. If you could buy one new, it'd be $72, but you can't. You can buy this one, however, for less, $50 all in, shipped priority mail. $75 if you would like my edge on it. That is the Vosteed Valkyrie Sheepsfoot. Next we have one from We Knife, celebrating 10 years in business, established 2014. Let's see, what do we got in here? Oh, small print. Small print. It is the 19068 J-1 Banter Wharncliffe in Burlap micarta. I got a buddy that just digs the Banter. Are you watching, John? This is kind of a dressy Banter. Got a little bronze anno on the thumb stud. Got some good looking burlap micarta. Little bronze female pivot. Tip up deep carry clip that is ambidextrous. We thumb this knife out. Nice detent. Nice ball bearing pivot. Super good looking Wharncliffe blade in S35VN. It's 2 7/8 in length, 3 11/16 handle. There is your lock engagement on the stainless steel liner lock mechanism. Pretty early, but still secure. Blade centering, well, you know it's a Wii. Perfect. Condition like new in the box. You can buy these brand new at your favorite web retailer for $114. Probably plus tax. You could just buy this like new in box example for $80 all in, shipped priority mail, or $105 if you'd like to come with my edge on it. That is the Wii Banter Wharncliffe in Burlap micarta. Next up, this is a little beauty, I got to say. I mean, it is. And it's from Quiet Carry. Great looking little boxes, I think, on the Quiet Carry knives. The knife inside is the Drift model, the Quiet Carry Drift, and you'll need these letters if you're trying to figure out which one it is. It's the KNBRSW, which means knurled bronze titanium, which would be the KNBR, and then the blade is the SW part, Stonewash, SW. It is crafted of Anax Super Clean. The blade is 3 1/32 inch long. The handle is 3 15/16, so very efficient blade to handle ratio. Super light. I mean, super light. That titanium must be severely milled out, and it is. I don't know if you can see in there. The pocket clip is a deep carry wire affair, right hand tip up only. I love the dimples. Notice that the show side scale is the knurled scale and the smooth scale is the business side, so as not to be snaggy on the pocket clip. Super nice knife in hand. You can go back, you can come forward. Nice broad, nearly full flat ground blade. The lockup is perfect. The centering is perfect. And did I say it? Phosphor bronze washers, boys. Still works great. Condition, like new in the box. This particular version of the Drift is out of stock. If they were available, they would have a web retail of $310. This one can be yours. $220 like it is. 250 with an Apostle P edge. That is the quiet carry drift. And there are 2 drifts in the sale. So when you send your I'll take it, please use the letter model designation KNBRSW. That is the drift in titanium, bronze anodized from quiet carry. Next up. Here's a knife that has developed quite a loyal following in the last couple of years since they burst on the scene. This is from American Service Knife, ASK. And the model number is the ASK003, which won't mean much to you. We know it, though, as the Jefferson Warhawk. Look at that. Oh, my Lord. Looks like these are injection molded polymer covers with the World War II airplane motif. Made in the USA. Closed length is 3 13/16. It's very light. It feels lighter than a comparably sized Victorinox, which is interesting because look at the blade stock. It's thick. The implements are a spear point hollow ground blade on a half stop, a little different than an SAK. Then you got this tool, a chisel and a wrench. And then you got this tool, cap lifter, screwdriver. And that's kind of it. Nice walk and talk. I don't know, I'd call that about a 6 pull. By the way, blade steel S45 VN. It is like new in the box. And let's see. Buy one of these brand new, it's going to run you $250. This one, like new in box, how about let's do $150 like it is. $175 with an Apostle P edge. That's the American Service Knife Jefferson Warhawk. Next up, here's kind of a cool knife for you buck fans. It is a limited edition buck. I like their new boxes, but they could be a little thinner to go in a small flat rate box, but they're not. Look at that. You got a little microfiber pouch, you got some packing, you got some COA stuff going on. I like it when buck keeps up. The knife is a fusion slip joint, and you're going to get a nicely embossed black leather pocket slip. Here it is. The model number is 0250CFSLE-B. We'll just call it the limited edition carbon fiber buck Saunter. Almost like a little modified canoe design. So fusion knife, right? Modern materials and construction, slip joint mechanism. It opens with a fuller. Blade is a spear point in S35 VN. Blade length is 2.5. The handle 3 13/16. It's a cam tang with pretty doggone nice walk and talk. Pull weight about a 6.5 or a 7. Blade centering is very close. It is like new in the box. Now, if you buy one of these brand new, web retail is $160. Let's do this one at $115 like it is. $140 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That is the Buck Saunter limited edition from 2022 in carbon fiber. Next up, oh, we got a lot going on here. It's a watch. I got a lot going on here. Okay. It is from Citizen. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. And it's going to come in. Oh. It's going to come in an oxygen tank. How about that, guys? You know what it is, don't you? You know what it is. It must be a Fugu, and it is. There you go, boy. I own this same model, and it's one of my favorite, let's say, inexpensive watches. So let's see. Citizen's model number is NY0150-51A-B877-E03. It's the Fugu white dial. Runs a Miyota 8204 movement. And the newer, as this one is, 8000 series does hand wind, and it hacks so that will stop the seconds hand. Right? Crystal is sapphire. Bezel insert is aluminum. The case is 316L stainless. There is a puffer fish on the case back. Now let's see, diameter. I measure it at 45, but it wears small. Lug to lug is 54, thickness is 13, lug width is 20. There are only some very fine hairlines on this watch. So I'm going to call it near mint, excellent to near mint. The loom is excellent on these. I'm not doing a loom shot, but anyway, this is going to come on this tan NATO. You're also going to get with it a black and tan seatbelt fabric NATO, and then a single pass nylon, and the factory bracelet still with the protective plastic on it. Let's see. Man, virtually unmarked. So it's nice. Here's the hang tag, and some retailers stuck their stuff all over the sticker, so you can't even read the model number. Nice job, whoever did that. Anyhow, with the bracelet and 3 straps, excellent to near mint in box. You can buy this watch right now on Amazon for $338. I think they have a MSRP of $495. This one can be yours with everything you see here for $260 like it is. No need to sharpen. The Citizen white dial Fugu. Get all the stuff out of the way. And that. All right, next up, back to the knives. And we're going Kershaw. Whoops. USA made. This is the model 7350 Launch 10. The Launch 10, what a little cutie that is for a side folding auto. Weighs nothing. So we've got kind of a smoky gray hard anodized set of aluminum scales. Pocket clip, deep carry, ambidextrous tip up. It is a button lock automatic with a pretty wicked little stylized hawk bill. That's a very functional blade. And CPM 154. Blade length is 2 1/8. The handle is 3 13/16. The lockup is dead rock solid. The blade centering is perfect. The action's super snappy. Very cool little knife. Very cool. It is like new in box. You can buy this knife brand new at your favorite web retailer. It'll run you $110. Or just buy this one. $85 shipped priority mail. $110 if you like it with an APPSLP edge. That's the Launch 10 from Kershaw. Next up. Well, it's another Kershaw made in the USA. This one is model 7130 OLBW, the Launch 12 CA. The CA designating the California legality. Look at that. Kind of stylized version of the Launch to emulate an Italian stiletto. OD green hard anodized aluminum handle. Carbon fiber inlay on the show side. The pocket clip is a long tip up clip that is ambidextrous, but man, it'd be a shame to cover up that carbon fiber, lefties. Button lock automatic with a little tiny blade. Sub 2 inches, right? Or is it? Yeah, it is. Barely 2 inches of blackwash DLC, a little swedged spear in CPM 154. The handle length is 4 and that's got to be 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4. Rock solid lockup. The blade centering, I guess, is perfect, but it's short. Snappy. Condition like new in the box. The Launch 12 is currently on sale, this exact model, at Knife Center for $99, which is, I think they usually run about $125. This one, though, also like new in box, $80 shipped priority mail, $105 if you like it with my edge on it. That's the Launch 12 CA from Kershaw. Next up, time for a little Microtech party. Here's the first one. And I got to tell you guys, I think this is a beautiful piece of work from Microtech. I really, really do. This is the MSI single edge tri-grip polymer with apocalyptic standard blade and hardware, model 210T-10 APPMBK. Why do I love the polymer handled MSI? Because they're inexpensive Microtechs, but they're built in the United States of America. And there's a lot of really nice Microtech stuff going on here. Some of it kind of new. Okay, so we've got the ram lock mechanism, which is kind of like the cartridge style axis lock that they put in the Anthem. That's a lot of high quality hardware right there. Titanium backspacer. Pocket clip, I didn't check to see what material it is, but it is ambidextrous deep carry tip up with a fill tab on the offside. The material looks a lot like Benchmade's CF Elite, a carbon rich injection molded polymer. The blade, a very good looking sheepsfoot with a bi-finish satin flats and the apocalyptic or acid stonewash bevels and swedge. Blade length on the MSI is 3 7/8, not a small knife. Ground fairly thinly. The handle length, 5 1/16, a hand-filling beast of a knife. Works great in a forward grip. Rock solid lockup, ball bearing pivot. Perfect centering. Condition, near mint in box. Some very slight rubs on the clip right through the Microtech logo. There you go. That's it. Let's see, what else do we know about this thing? Oh, it was born September of 2023. So price of these brand new, $176 at your favorite web retailer plus tax. This one can be yours. $135 all in, shipped priority mail. $165 if you would like my edge on that M390MK blade. Very cool knife. Save me from myself, guys, please. Next up, we have the Rob's Pick in tonight's sale, and it's another Microtech. A USA-made Microtech. It is the model number, ready? 137RL-10 FLGTTA. It's the Amphibian Ramlock single edge with the fluted tan G10 handle and a stonewash standard blade. Another gorgeous piece of work from Microtech. Finely milled 3D machined G10 scales, titanium backspacer, ramlock mechanism, again similar to the cartridge style Benchmade axis lock that they put in the Anthem with the coil spring. Milled titanium, ambidextrous tip up pocket clip, beautiful terraced thumb studs. They really grab the thumb. That's kind of an Emerson-y blade, isn't it? Look at the aesthetic on that thing. Tell me that doesn't flow. Is it a usable blade shape? You betcha. Not a small knife, 3 7/8 inches of blade, 5 3/8 inches of handle. Ball bearing pivot. Lockup, rock solid. Action, beautiful. Centering, perfect. It was born 9 of 23. I believe that's on the clip. You can barely see it. There you go. They don't serialize these for some reason. It is like new in the box. You can buy this knife brand new at your favorite web Microtech dealer for $300. This one can be yours for $225 like it is. $255 with an APPSLP edge. That is the Rob's pick tonight. The Tan G10 Amphibian. Gorgeous piece of work. Next up, more Microtech. We're going to move into the realm of side folding automatics now. You got your claw, you got your flag, you got your stitch. Model 169-1T. It's the stitch automatic. Comes with some black, hard anodized, tri-grip milled aluminum scales. Right hand tip up pocket clip. Button lock automatic with a thwack. Got a DLC coated blade. I think it might be Cerakote. I'm thinking it's Cerakote. I think. M390 is your blade steel. Serial number 119er17, born February of 23. You get a 3 5/8 inches M390 blade, a 5-inch handle. Superb ergos in this forward saber grip. I mean, superb. Rock solid lockup. That spring is stout, boys. Blade centering is down the middle. The action, super thwack. It's like new in the box. These are out of stock. When available, they were $430 web retail. This one can be yours. $300 like it is. $330 with an APPSLP edge on that M390 blade. That is the Stitch Auto from Microtech. Next up, another one from Microtech. This is the model 160A-10AP, a Socom Elite automatic single edge in apocalyptic standard finish. Black hard anodized aluminum handle with TrackTech inserts, right hand tip down pocket clip, button lock automatic, and again, be hanging on to it when you open it. There's your acid stonewash or apocalyptic finish. Serial number is 11204, born this January of 2024. You got a 4-inch blade, a 5 3/16 handle to the end of the glass breaker. I have very slight side play in this knife. I mean very slight, but you just need to know. Does that facilitate action? It probably does. The centering is close, but not quite perfect. And we're going to price this accordingly because it's not the most mechanically perfect Socom I've ever seen. So let's see. It's like new in the box. Web retail for this knife, and I believe it is currently available, is $322. Your price on this one, $230, like it is, $255 with an APPSLP edge. The Socom Elite Auto from Microtech. Next, the Microtech party rolls on. Now we're going to graduate to the out the front automatics. We're starting it off with a Signature Series Microtech, American made. The model 123-1 FRGTODS. It's an Ultratech Signature with the OD Green Frag G10 top. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. So everything's black, including the aluminum, let's say the frame side of the handle mechanism. Black hard anodized aluminum. The Anthony Marfione signature. Serial number is 034. And it was born May of 23. Of course, it is a spine-mounted firing button. I'm going to say it's medium firm. What a beauty. Man, that's a gorgeous. That's just like butter. Your blade is the classic Microtech Tonto, and it is in M390, right there, you go. Blade length, 3 7/16, handle length 5 to the end of the glass breaker. Medium to medium firm button, 100% reliable, like new in the box. Web retail for this knife is $482. This one's going to run you $325. There's a pretty nice discount, boys. $325 like it is $360 with my edge on that M390 Tonto. That is the Ultratech Tonto Edge OD Frag from Microtech Signature Series. Next up, here's a blast from the Microtech past. It's hard to believe this knife was released 8 years ago for Blade Show 2016. And it is, I don't know the model number. It's nowhere to be found, but it's an Ultratech Blade Show 2016. Now, I think Microtech would have said this handle is black, but as happens with Microtech from time to time, it's got a very slight purple hue, which is kind of cool. The blade is an apocalyptic finish, and it's a bayonet ground double edge. There you go. 3 7/16 is your blade length. 5 1/8 to the end of the, I don't know if that's a glass breaker, but it's pointy. Imagine what that would do in somebody's temple. I don't know. So the button effort is to the firm side of medium firm. 100% reliable. Near mint to like new in box. Unobtainium. Good luck finding one of these. Your price, $240. Like it is, no need to sharpen. That is the Ultratech OTF Double Edge from Blade Show 2016 by Microtech. Next up, is this our last Microtech? It's a sad moment, but it is. What a cool knife, guys. What a cool knife. It is the model 1142-10 AP, the Combat Troodon double-edged Gen 3 black handle apocalyptic standard blade and hardware. I love the Gen 3 Combat Troodon. The milling is gorgeous, a slight swell center profile. The claw maker's mark is milled into the aluminum. Black hard anodized, by the way. Pocket clip is titanium milled with a ceramic ball for retention. Great, efficient attachment method. It is ambidextrous. Still get a glass breaker. Spine mounted firing button. Oh, that might be barely, I guess I could call that medium. It's very light and usable. Absolutely a drive your wife crazy on movie night knife. Yes. Blade length is 4 inches and it is an M390MK. Gorgeous double-edged dagger profile. 5.5-inch handle. Gorgeous. Like new in the box. Made February of this year. They're out of stock. When they were available, they were at a web retail of $450. This one can be yours. $330 all in. Shipped priority mail. And no need to sharpen. The Combat Troodon Gen 3 double-edged out the front automatic from Microtech. Time to turn the page. Next up, Spidey time. For a while, by the way. Here we go. Made in Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth. We got a Paramilitary 2 carbon fiber and M4. My favorite, by the way, Paramilitary 2 of all time. Peel ply carbon fiber handle, super grippy, and it stays that way. But the peel ply pattern is kind of fine. Just works great. 4-way polished pocket clip, bright hardware. Satin blade in CPM M4. 3.5 blade, 4 13/16 handle, compression lock mechanism. Not a collector's club knife. Not sure if that matters any to the value. The satin on this M4 is gorgeous, by the way, which is, that's no mean feat. M4 fights that finished grind every step of the way after heat treat. But anyway, rock solid blade, free dropping, perfectly centered. Condition, I'm going to say, is near mint in box. And the reason I'm only saying near mint, it is M4, and there is a very light, that M4 cloudiness kind of patina. If I didn't mention it, you probably wouldn't see it. Sprint run knife, discontinued, not a stock. Sold listings on eBay for this model run between $299 and $335. I don't think you're going to find a nicer example than this one. Your price $250 like it is, $280 with an APPSLP edge. Spyderco Para 2 CFM4. Next up, more Spidey action. We get a tiny little box. Inside it is a little native in CPM crew wear. Knife Center exclusive, smooth G10. Compression lock mechanism. Blade in CPM crew wear. A super efficient little pocket knife. What a great utility blade. Free dropping action. Rock solid lockup. And perfect centering. Blade length 2.5. Handle length 3.5. Pocket clip is deep carry wire, tip up, ambidextrous. Condition near mint to like new in box. This dealer exclusive has long been out of stock. Found one sold listing on eBay for this exact model. It was $155 sold. Your price on this one, $135 like it is, $160 with an APPSLP edge. The Spyderco Little Native Smooth G10 and crew wear. Next up, how about this? It's a large Spyderco box that houses another native. This is a native 5 in crew wear. Same dealer exclusive, right? Smooth black G10, Knife Center exclusive. This is the murdered configuration, black hardware, DLC blade in CPM crew wear. This one, a mid-lock mechanism. Bushing pivot, look how free. Centering on this one, hard to see. We're going to say, we'll call it perfect. Let's see, we got any blade play? Not usually, no. Yeah. 3 inches of blade, 4 inches of handle. Near mint to like new. I think I see a little, there's evidence of use in the DLC coating. Yeah, there you go. So we'll just say near mint. Throw a little oil on that and rub it in. Those will go away. Just sort of in the powdery finish of the DLC. So they're discontinued and out of stock from Knife Center. When they were available, they were $182. No sold listings or current listings on eBay. Kind of a hard knife to get a hold of. Your price on this one, $150 like it is. $175 with an APPSLP edge. The Spyderco Native 5 Smooth G10 DLC and crew wear. Next up. Oh, it's another save me from myself moment. It's a Spyderco from good old Seki City, Japan. It's an Indela in OD handle with a black CPM crew wear blade. Very interesting. It's a DLT exclusive. Olive drab FRN handle, black hardware, black clip. DLC blade in CPM crew wear. The Andela blade length is 3 7/16. The handle length is 4 11/16. It's a mid-lock mechanism on phosphor bronze. Very free blade action, but still dead rock solid in the lockup department. I see the centering on this one as, well, I think it's about perfect, guys. Condition, I'm going to say near mint to like new in box. And they're out of stock at DLT. One sold listing on eBay. It was a $190 buy it now, and it's sold on a best offer accepted. So I don't know. That sounds like a lot of money for this model, but anyhow. This one can be yours, however. All in, shipped priority mail to your door. $125, and if you'd like me to sharpen it, $150. That's the Spyderco Andela OD DLC and crew for crew wear. Next up, one of my favorite Spideys ever. It's going to come in the wrong box. It is a Delica that's made in Japan, but it's not whatever that is. It's ZDP 189. Yes, it's the old British Racing Green FRN handle, bright hardware black clip. It's been in the pocket a little bit. The blade, etched Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. There's your ZDP. Steel designation, rock solid lockup. Nice action. Centering is very close. Let's see, in case you don't know, 2 15/16 inches of blade, 4 1/4 inches of handle. Rock solid lockup. We'll say it's excellent in the wrong box. Discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay for this model ranging between $140 and $160. This one can be yours. $110 like it is. No need to sharpen. Why? Because it's already got a pretty doggone nice polished edge on it. Yeah. You know, if the clip really bugged you, you could satin it or you could just put another clip on it. Then it looked about like brand new. That is the Delica FFG in British Racing Green and ZDP 189. Next up, the Spidey party rolls on. We have an offering that is made in the USA, Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth to be exact. It's a paramilitary 2 in teal G10. Whoa, check that. You're not going to lose that one if you drop it. Bright hardware polished 4-way clip. The blade is in CPM S90V with my fingerprints all over it now. There, that should look better. There we go. 3.5 blade, 4 13/16 handle, compression lock mechanism, rock solid lockup, free dropping blade. Centering is perfect. Like new in box. MGE distributor exclusive. They're discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $179 and $250. Your price on this one, $165 like it is, $195 with an APPSLP edge. Spyderco Para 2, teal S90V. Next up, it's time for a little Spyderco DLC party. We have 2 you might be interested in. Here's the first one. Paramilitary 2 in purple. Yeah. Good looking purple G10, I got to say. Bright hardware polished clip, 4-way. By the way, never been moved yet. What does that tell you? There's your blade in CPM crew wear. Fingerprints, fingerprints. Fingerprints, fingerprints. Oh, nice looking etches on this thing too. 3.5 inch blade, 4 13/16 handle, compression lock mechanism. Near free dropping blade. Centering on this one. Well, I had written perfect, but it might be just a little off, but easy to fix on a paramilitary too. Like new in box, DLT exclusive. Discontinued, out of stock. One sold listing on eBay did $236. This one can be yours, $210. Like it is, $235 with an Apostle P edge. Spyderco Para 2 purple satin crew. Purple satin crew. Why so specific, you ask? Because next up, Spyderco Paramilitary 2 black and purple. So again, DLT exclusive, purple G10, black hardware, black clip, DLC blade in CPM crew wear, blade length 3.5, handle length 4 13/16, rock solid lockup, free dropping blade, centering perfect. I'm going to call this one near mint to like new in box because I detect some pocket lint. Anyway. But I don't think it's really cut anything. Let's see. No. These are discontinued and out of stock at DLT. Sold listings on eBay for the DLC version of this knife, which this is, between $241 and $299. This one can be yours, $215. Like it is, $240 with an Apostle P edge. Spyderco Para 2 purple DLC crew. Next up, more Spideys. Here we go. Also made in the USA. That's a Anax 2 lightweight, black, and M4 with a mint green handle. There you go. Mint green FRN, black hardware, black ambidextrous tip-up wire clip, caged ball lock mechanism. Your DLC coated blade in CPM M4. I would so be all over this knife were it not mint green. Just not my thing, but it might be yours. So good in the hand. So good. Blade length 3 3/8. Handle 4 5/8. A near free dropper. Centering is very close. Like new in box. It is a Blade HQ exclusive. Currently available at Blade HQ for $135. This one can be yours, $105 like it is. $135 with an Apostle P edge. Anax 2 lightweight, mint DLC M4. Next up, it is another Spyderco. Another one made in United States. It's a Anax 2 brown canvas with crew wear. Well, it's a crew carta. It's a crew carta. Oh, yeah. 4 5/8 blade, or handle, 3 3/8 blade in CPM crew wear. Caged ball lock. Now, the action is funky. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's got kind of a tight spot right here. Zero blade play. And the centering is considerably off. So I would expect we got a washer out of position somehow. So it's going to be priced accordingly. Okay? The crew carta Anax 2s generally do a lot more money than we're going to ask for this one because it's mechanically a little messed up. So your price, $130 like it is, $155 with an APPSLP edge. We'll call it near mint in box, but you might need to do a little work in there. But it'll be worth it for all the money you're saving. The Anax 2 Crew Carta from Spyderco. Next up, a short break from the Spidey Parade. We have one from McNeese. Be nice. It is the McNeese PM Mac 2 3.5 inch. And by the way, that MC, I believe, stands for MagnaCut. Look at that little beauty. Oh my. Beautifully milled, blue anodized titanium scales, blue anodized titanium pocket clip. Now, my consignor added some O-rings to the thumb studs. He kind of liked them from a comfort standpoint. It is a titanium frame lock, done the old-fashioned way. No steel insert, carburized lock face, no lock stick, beautiful snick, perfect lockup, ball bearing pivot. Is that right? Yes. Ball bearings and thumb studs. An acid stonewash blade in CPM MagnaCut, made in the USA, wearing an APPSLP edge, and it is sick. By the way, the bearings in this, skiff ball bearings. Centering, dead. Condition near mint in box, better than new because it's got my edge and some skiff bearings. So if you wanted to buy this knife new, you couldn't because there are none. But when it was available, it would have had a retail of $610 web retail. Your price on this improved PM Mac 2 is what? $440? That's crazy. Crazy. It's crazy, I'm telling you. No need to sharpen. That is the McNeese PM Mac 2 3.5 in MagnaCut with an APPSLP edge. There's a buy. Next up, back to Spyderco for a minute. Well, this has been made in the United States of America. It is a Para 2 black blade and M390. Oh, it's blue. Bento box exclusive. Look at that blue. It's so saturated and beautiful. Black hardware, black clip DLC blade. And it's had this here, but the CME button. So it's a button actuated compression lock, right? Some people like that. Yeah. Not quite a free dropping blade. Close, but not quite. Centering, pretty dialed in. Yeah. So 3.5 inch blade, 4 13/16 handle. Oh wait, this has got an APPSLP edge on it too. Oh, ow. Near mint in box, my edge and the button. So these are out of stock at Bento Box. When they last had them, they were $256. $256 at Bento Box. Found one sold listing on eBay for this knife. It did, well, it was a $362 buy it now, and it was sold on a best offer accepted. So I don't know what that means. I do know you can buy this one, $240. No need to sharpen with the already sharpened APPSLP edge. That is the Spyderco Para 2 Blue DLC M390 TAP. Next up, our last Spyderco tonight. Here you go. It's made in Taiwan, Taichung to be exact. It is a Sage 5. Yeah, is this the last of the Sage series so far? I think it is. And I love it because, as you guys know, the Sage series pay homage to knife technology innovations, different lock mechanisms, etc. The Sage 5, all for Sal. It's a compression lock Sage. Beautiful action. Free dropping blade. Perfect centering. Rock solid lockup. S30V blade. 3 inches in length. The handle 4 1/8. Carbon fiber over G10 laminate scales. Ambidextrous tip up deep carry wire clip. And oh wait, it's got an Apostle P edge on it as well. It's one I did a while ago, I think, but it's still pretty virginal. Yeah, no complaints here. These are gone. Oh wait, no, 2 websites had them, and they ranged between 180 and 250. One of them was Country Knives. That's crazy. How about we just do 135 on this one? All in, shipped, priority mail, no need to sharpen. That's the Sage 5 TAP for the Apostle P Edge. Next up, moving right along, we have a Benchmade. I remember when these were revolutionary and brand new. The 555-1 Mini Griptilian. The Mini Griptilian wasn't new, but the G10 was. 3D machine, crowned and checkered gray G10, so beautiful. Blue G10 liners, blue hard anodized aluminum standoffs. Parkerized Emerson style clip that'll be ambidextrous tip up. It's a 555-1, so that means it's a Sheepsfoot mini grip in CPM 20 CV. Man, I got schmutz all over that blade. How did I do that? I don't know. There you go. Axis lock mechanism. Blade length 2 15/16. Handle length 3 7/8. That's very efficient blade to handle ratio. I think it's been used and touched up, but definitely not over sharpened. Not quite a free dropping blade. Solid lockup. Centering is pretty much perfect. We'll call it near mint in box. These are long discontinued, not a stock now. Your price on this one, $140 like it is, $170 with an Apostle P edge. The Benchmade 555-1 mini grip, gray and 20 CV. Next up, now be careful on your I'll take it for this one because we had a similar knife, same model, different configuration earlier in the sale. It's from Quiet Carry. This is the Drift BLSW. Okay, so BLSW, black G10 and a stonewash blade. We had the bronze titanium earlier in the sale. This is going to be the black G10. Ambidextrous deep carry wire clip tip up. Thumb stud deployment. Vanex super clean blade. 2 7/8 inches in length. The handle 3 11/16. If you notice that glint, you might wonder, does that have your edge on it, Rob? And the answer is yes, it does, and it's quite sticky sharp. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism, locks up robustly and solidly. Phosphor bronze washer action is butter smooth. Centering is dead. Very nice knife. We'll call it near mint in box. These are out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail of $195. Let's do $150 on this one. No need to sharpen. The Quiet Carry Drift BLSW G10 with an Apostle P edge. That's a beauty. Next up, here you go, Ritter fans. Got one from Hogue. It is the model number 54191-EXL RSK. It's a mini RSK in G-Mascus and a 20 CV blade. There we go. Black, gray, and red G10 layered to make the G-Mascus. Beautiful mill pattern. Able lock mechanism. Deep carry ambidextrous tip-up clip. 20 CV Ritter blade. Now this one has been sharpened, not by me. but it's a pretty nice edge. It's laid back a bit. You can tell by the breadth of the bevel, and it looks like we did a little choil mod to get out of the plunge there. Lock up, close to rock solid. Let's see. Probably could tighten that pivot just a hair. Let's try. Let's see what we can achieve here. This is how we make the sausage, boys. Come on. I bet we like that. There you go. Okay. And how's the centering? Well, would that be okay? I think so. We'll call it near mint in box. Out of stock at $165 web new. Your price on this one, $110 like it is, $135 with an APPSLP edge. The Hogue Mini RSK Red and G Mascus. Next up, another one sort of from Hogue by way of Sig Sauer. This is the Hogue, or the Sig Hogue 36359-EXL KNC. K320 is the model, right? In aluminum and Magna Cut. Wait till you see this. Tell me that ain't gorgeous. Black hard anodized milled aluminum scales. The best pocket clip ever. Guys, if you've never experienced one of these scalloped Hogue clips, they're awesome. Your finger slides down and then it won't slide up. It's just a masterpiece. Ambidextrous tip up. Opens with a hole. Able lock mechanism. Rock solid lockup. Phosphor bronze did that. Centering's perfect. The blade is Magna Cut. Rock solid lockup. By the way, 3.5 blade, 4 9/16 handle. Everything is awesome on this knife. Like new in box. They are out of stock at $162 web retail. Your price on this one, $135 like it is, $165 with an APPSLP edge. That's the Sig K320 aluminum and Magna Cut from Sig and Hogue. Next up, the last knife in tonight's sale comes to us from Viper Technocut, and it is the VT4024CG Lily 2 fixed blade, fold over Kydex sheath with Ulti-clip small. Let's see. Not really any rattle. Nice thumb break. Look at that little harpoon Wharncliffe. Yeah. Elmax blade, 2 7/8 inches of stonewash gorgeous. Scales are natural canvas micarta 3D machine and removable. You can come here. You can come here. Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah, 2 7/8 blade, 3 15/16 handle. Like new in box. Buy these brand new at Collector Knives for $129. Or just buy this one. $95 like it is, $125 with an APPSLP edge. The Lily 2 from Viper. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the APPSLP channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Now it's time to go ride motorcycles tomorrow morning. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking. I'll talk to you soon.